Good morning or good afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome back to my channel. But if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Brenda, and my channel name is Led by God with Brenda. And I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope everybody's having a blessed day. I know here it's raining where I'm at, but it's not too bad. But today I'm going to be talking about having another chance. You know, it's not too late to get it right with God. If you're still here, if you're still here and you watching this video, it's not too late. He's giving you another chance to, you know, do what's right in his eyes and to come to him. Some people say that they think that, it's too late if they're, doing, simple things, whatever. But he gives you another chance if you're willing. He gave me another chance, and I know I wasn't living right in his eyes. I wasn't, you know, until I decided I was ready to live for him. And when I asked him to, forgive me and I want to live for him, I started spending more time with him. I started, reading the Bible and seeing what it was that he wanted from me. And after I started doing that, and then I started hearing the Holy Spirit talk to me about things, and I know that the life I was living was not the life that he wanted me to live. He had a plan for me. He definitely had a different plan for me. And the plan I had for myself was nowhere near nothing like where I'm at today. Nowhere near it. And a little bit about how I was living. I was, having sex, without being married. I even dated a couple of women. Because I dated men. I was dating men first. I was interested in men first. And I say probably about maybe late 20s, early 30s, probably early 30s. I started being interested in women. Like I was interested in men. And then it got less with me being interested in men. And it just came out of nowhere. It's like it was gradually happening. But eventually I seen that that's not what God wanted me. Because strangely, after probably like a couple of years of being in a relationship, with someone that was of the same sex, I say that God will put someone in your life for a reason, a season for a lifetime. He put someone in my life during that time for a reason. And the person it was a guy, the last guy that I actually cared about. He was the last guy I actually cared about before I started liking women. And put in my life, and he tried to talk to me, and I'm like, I don't even like men. Matter of fact, I thought I was gonna marry a woman. That's how it was. The thought of me being with another man actually made me sick to my stomach. And I know me, me saying this now, I'm like, man, that's exactly what I was thinking. The thought of me being with a man again just made me sick to my stomach. And I actually thought I was gonna marry a woman. But he brought that man into my life, back into my life, after probably maybe 10 years, 9 to 10 years, somewhere around there. Was the last time I talked to this man. And it's so funny because, being in a relationship with the female, like, it didn't work. It was just so much negativity in that relationship. It was crazy. Some was good, but it was a lot of negativity. And, it was a lot of trust issues going on. I didn't trust her. It was just crazy. But the guy it's funny because when I think about like how I don't know how I started having feelings for him again. But I know that was God. I know that was God. That was a reason because God had a different plan for me. He had a different plan. And we end up started talking again. Eventually we started talking again. Me and the girl, we broke up. She was just doing things, and I eventually started having feelings for this guy again. And this time we didn't really the first time we were together we lasted probably about a year or two, maybe 2 years. Maybe 2 years probably. And this time we lasted probably 6 months. And then another guy came along. Because that relationship didn't work. But I still wasn't living for God. I still wasn't living for him. And I know that was the reason God wanted a different lifestyle for me. And he was gradually doing that for me. So the next guy I was with, we was together for 4 years. And then we broke up. 4 years we was together. And I still wasn't living for God. Still was doing my sinful nature. I was still doing the sinful things, and I say maybe a few years, it probably took like maybe 2 or 3 years after that is when I decided, okay, I'm listening, God. It's time for me to live for you. It's time for me to do, I started listening to what he was saying, and the first thing he told me to stop doing was to stop having sex. Now, I was in a relationship. Matter of fact, with the person I'm married to now. We was in a relationship. We started off having sex. But once God spoke to me and I listened this time, I'm like, we gotta stop. I told him, I said, we gotta stop having sex. God is telling me I gotta stop. He didn't get mad. And I know, and it's crazy because this is the same one where God told me this is your husband. We grew up together. We knew each other. We lived in the same neighborhood, but we didn't have any, we never was in a relationship together. Never. I had a feeling he had a crush on me when we was younger, but he never said anything, and I never, nothing came out of it. So, but yeah, that was something that, and I knew that he must have been the one, because when God told me that's my husband, that means he was going to not fight against me, with not having sex anymore. Like I said, we was having sex. Some people started having sex and they're like, I don't know, you want to stop having sex? Get what you mean. He didn't do that. When I said God is telling me we need to start having sex, we stopped. And I didn't know when we was getting married. God didn't tell me at the time when you was getting married. But I knew that we gotta have sex till we get married. No more sex. You know. And we were in love with we love each other. It's not like, oh, I hated this man, oh, I didn't like this man. No, we were in love with each other and we spent time together, but we did not have sex. We didn't until after we got married. And we didn't get married until 2.5 years later after God told me to stop having sex. But we held out because that's what God wanted. That was the life God wanted for me. But I said yes to God. I didn't say no. So I'm saying it's not too late for you to turn your life around. It's not too late. God is putting something in your heart to turn your life around. No matter what that is, no matter what it is, it's not too late. God loves you. He wants you to do right. He wants you to come to him. Even in your sin, he wants you to come to him. That's one of the reasons why you come to him. There's no other reason to come to him unless you're in your sin and you want to get right. He wants you in your sin. He wants you in your sickness. Christ came to save us. He came to free us from whatever sin that we're in. He came to free us. And you can do that. I'm proof of it. If you don't think there's no proof around, look around you. I'm sure you can see some proof around you in your own personal life of God changing some people. Don't think that it's too late for you, because if you're here, you're still breathing, He's giving you another chance to get it right with Him. It's not too late. It's not. And, you got people, that's watching you. People are watching you. And I'm not saying it's going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be easy, because guess what? When you decide, oh, I'm going to change my life around, live for God, oh, Satan will be right there. You better believe it. He's going to be right there, pushing you, putting people in your life and this and that, all that they ain't good for you, and this and all that, and situations gonna come about that you go, just like I know this Satan. I know this Satan, because God ain't gonna do this. When you learn God's character, and Satan's character, you would know between who was doing what. But like I said, it's not gonna be easy, but it'll be worth it. Because no matter what's going on, God's gonna be right there with you to walk you through it. He's gonna be with you. He's going to be with you. Christ is going to be with you. But you have to know that you have to be willing. You have to be like, okay, I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to change my life. You just have to say yes to Him. Say yes to God, And I said, it's not too late. I don't care if you're alcoholic, if you do drugs all the time, if you, having sex, if you watching porn. Because that was another thing. I was into porn. When I was liking women, I was watching lesbian porn. I feel like I was addicted to it. But I heard that once you in one sin, you open up Satan, you open the door to Satan for him to introduce you to other sins. And I was bad. But guess what? God did not give up on me. Even though I was giving up on myself, He did not give up on me. And when I decided, I'm ready to live for you, Lord, I'm ready to live for you. When I decided to do that, He was open arms. And He could do the same thing for you. I know someone is watching this that is living their life and really is ready to change. You can do it. You can do it. You can. You may lose some people that weren't meant to be in your life in the first place. If people start seeing that you're changing, some people, I thank God that the people in my life, my family and friends, when I started changing for the better, they embraced it. But everybody don't have that same story. Some people lose family, lose friends because they see that they're different. They're living for God. But you gotta live for God, and you gotta worry about what God's saying, not what people saying. Like the Bible say, we are in the world, but we shouldn't be of the world. We shouldn't live like them. We're supposed to be set apart from the world. And once I realized that and started living more for God and less for myself, things started changing in me. I stopped cussing. More and more. I mean, sometimes, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes if I got a little mad, somebody might have cussed them out. But I was getting better. I was getting better. It wasn't like it was. I was getting better. Like I said, I was working gradually towards that fullness of God, that relationship. And You know, that's how I stopped cussing. I stopped drinking. I stopped just doing just a lot of different things, and that I knew that God did not want me to do. He really wanted me to be set apart, and He saved me so many times. And I know He saved me for this purpose. We are to serve others. He want us to serve others. Love each other and serve each other, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my purpose. I'm serving others. So just stay positive, and God is, He wants you for Him. He wants you for Him. So that's my time I have today. Thank you for listening. And if you want to, share this with someone you think need to hear this, please do that.